Francesco, CEO and co-founder at Osmoses. We're also an MIT spin-out. A very similar story to Elise and Quantum. Elaborate more on that, but just to give a sense of what we do. So we are a membrane technology company. So we're trying to redesign the way molecular separations are performed in the chemical, petrochemical, and energy industry. Now there's a lot of solvent-based or thermal-based processes, burns a lot of energy, emits a lot of CO2. We're trying to solve this problem with membrane technologies that is a much more sustainable solution. And we're very excited about being involved in such a big challenge that now the world is facing, in particular in this decarbonization transition that we're all experiencing. Our company is super young. We started last year in 2021. Actually, 2021 redefines the whole experience that we had. So it's kind of easy to follow because we started thinking seriously about the company at the beginning of 2021. I'm glad Roman is on the call. We went through ICOR program is the first thing that we did before the MIT chapter and then the national program. And it was extremely helpful for us to start focusing more on the value and less on just the feature of our technology, because I think something that all people that come, and I'm guilty of it, come from a scientific background as a researcher. You're very much in love with your technology and you think that the technology is going to solve all the problems in the world. And then you face customers and industry and you realize, oh, actually, well, I need to learn a little bit how this can actually be useful for anything out there. And you face reality, but that's a beautiful experience at the same time, because you also learn really where you actually make a difference, but also other things that you never thought about, because actually now you're not just talking to academic partners, but you're talking to people that have been in industry for a while. So it was beautiful. At the end of that program, I think we were prepared enough to talk more about value and really what is kind of a business model around this idea. We did the MIT 100K competition, and in May, we won that competition. So we won the grand prize there, which was great. At the same time, we became Activate Fellows. So Liz is also in the Activate program. And it's an incredible program. And I think that really launched us into the summer, which is when 1 week after all this happened, we started the Cleantech Open Accelerator. And I would say why this was different for me and why it really brought a lot of help in building the team, experiencing working together on top of what other people said before, is that the Cleantech Open program is very structured. There's a lot of chapters and they follow you every week addressing a different piece of what it means to build a company at an early stage like we were. So it was very helpful to have a structure to follow, and doing so with mentors that are selected to help you where you need help the most. And there's a process at the beginning where you go through really how you define success, as Quantum said, like, what do you need? Where do you need to grow? And I think for us, there were so many useful things. For instance, we had a mentor that was very expert in the industry we're targeting, one expert in the manufacturing piece, an investor, because we were going to fundraise throughout the summer, and also somebody with business model experience, so also looking into that. So that was extremely helpful. And the other thing that was really different is like there's a huge focus on sustainability, and there are tools to quantify the impact that you're going to have with your technology and help you guiding through that thinking, because there's a lot of standards out there, but having a framework is very helpful. And the numbers that Beth showed at the beginning are really come from that analysis that groups need to do as they go through the program. So found it very helpful as well. And at the end of the Cleantech Open Accelerator, we won the regional prize and the carbon capture sequestration, the carbon sequestration prize. We also closed our pre-seed round that was led by the Engine, and it was a $3 million pre-seed round. So I think I would say all this experience really helped us positioning our value proposition, storytelling, and overall the company as it was at that back in the fall to close that round. So I would say very good if you're thinking about fundraising. And now yesterday we had our first company launch with 9 people that are officially involved at this stage. So it's an incredible feeling to see everybody around us, the company growing, and all the conversation with customers moving forward. And it's just a beautiful beautiful time for clean tech to happen, and I'm glad to be part of this journey and to be an alum of the Clean Tech Open.